Hello, this is my video presentation for the relationship between technology and society. My name is Robert Babbitt, and this is for IDS 403 Module 2. For this video blog, I have chosen Skype as my technology. During this presentation, I will analyze how Skype is a product of social construction, as well as its influence on social relationships. To analyze how Skype is socially constructed, I first have to know where Skype came from, and then determine how social groups contributed to this technology. In Technology and Society, Building Our Socio-Technical Future, Thomas Hughes states social construction presumes that social and cultural forces determine technical change. Hughes goes on to say that social constructivists Wiebe Bijker and Trevor Pinch argue that social or interest groups define and give meaning to artifacts. Considering this, the question is now, was Skype originally designed for what we use it for today? To answer this, we have to first identify its origins. Since Skype is a communications platform, its development is an evolution of the early telephone, but my analysis will focus on its actual formation. In the early 2000s, instant messaging was the craze. Think back to when we used applications such as AIM, ICQ, MSN Messenger, and Yahoo Messenger. Back then, the mainstream did not even consider the possibility of telephone and video calls. Their focus was on IM. Along comes Skype. Skype is the creation of Jonas Friis and Niklas Zennström. They were the owners of a popular peer-to-peer software known as Kazaa, which allowed users to download music similar to how Napster did it. The founders determined they could use the same peer-to-peer technology and use it to help with voice calls. In 2003, Skype introduced version 1.0, which only allowed voice calls from PC to PC. In 2005, Skype version 2.0 revolutionized internet calls again by introducing video calling. From that point, Skype saw tremendous growth in technology and service. Today, Skype acts as a communications platform for over 300 million users. As mentioned earlier, its premise was conceived in 1876 when Alexander Graham Bell invented the telephone, which was the first device that allowed people to talk to each other across large distances. Pinch and Bijker define a relevant social group as institutions and organizations, such as the military or some specific industrial company, as well as organized or unorganized groups of individuals. The key requirement is that all members of a certain group share the same set of meanings attached to a specific artifact. The main group that uses Skype are the consumers or users of communication tools. The artifact itself is the original telephone, and its impact on us cannot be overstated. What originally began as two cans attached to a string has grown in capabilities that connect individuals thousands of miles apart and allow them to communicate face to face. Skype has greatly affected the way we communicate. As opposed to social media, Skype provides a means to interact on a more personal level. Before 9/11, the ability to communicate with a loved one deployed overseas was limited to handwritten letter. This eventually evolved to sending email. Now imagine being able to speak face to face with your significant other. Imagine the emotions involved when children get to see their dad for the first time in months. When I deployed in 2005, Skype was in its infancy, and my communications were limited to email and the occasional phone call. Skype has also made it possible for businesses to conduct meetings, manage operations, and negotiate deals without having to leave the office. It has also expanded our classrooms. Skype's video conferencing capabilities make it possible for students from all over the world to meet in one central location. Yet with all the good things that Skype has provided, it does have deficiencies that conflict with the way we conduct our lives. Those deficiencies fall under the categories of security and privacy, and they are an accumulation of faults since its inception. In the beginning, Skype claimed that it used the same data encryption used by the U.S. government, which means it provided encryption from beginning to end of every communication. However, since Skype was proprietary software, there was no way to prove it, which means we had to take them at their word. If not knowing makes you feel uneasy, things get worse. At a 2003 cybercrime conference, Joseph Sullivan, Director of Compliance and Law Enforcement Relations for eBay, told a group of law enforcement officials that eBay has the most generous policy of any internet company when it comes to sharing information. All it takes is a fax on agency letterhead requesting information, and eBay will provide everything they have without the need of a subpoena. In 2005, eBay bought Skype. In 2011, Microsoft bought Skype from eBay, and privacy of your Skype transmissions became an issue. In PC World magazine, John Mello writes that Microsoft is peeking into Skype messages for security reasons, meaning Skype users can no longer expect their Skype chats and calls to be private. Well, so much for taking them at their word. The issue of privacy has been a topic of heated discussion since Edward Snowden revealed the NSA's practices. The debate continued until authorities granted by the Patriot Act were soon to expire. For once, politicians understood our outrage and refused to renew the Patriot Act, ending the massive invasion of privacy of law-abiding citizens. Alexander Graham Bell could not have imagined the impact of his gift to society.